guys, Ash here, also known as the Lee fan. I am back with a new video this today. I know, a lot of my YouTubers, not YouTubers, a lot of my subscribers are really wondering when the hell am I going to finish doing the whole Gossip Girls DLC. And I know there are some videos that I want to do. I was thinking that instead of just think about videos that I want to do, I'm just going to start writing them down on a piece of paper on the ideas that I want to do. That way that I don't get confused on, like, okay, today I'm going to talk about this. Today I'm going to talk about that. Like, no, I'm just going to start writing it down because I have wrestling videos that I want to do, like where WWE went wrong. The same thing with teen drama shows where they went wrong with this character, this storyline, or anything like this direction of the season. Like there's so many things that I honestly really want to do. So there's that. So but today I wanted to do a unpopular opinions for one of my favorite teen drama shows, and that show is The Secret Life of the American Teenager. Now I know this still gets a lot of hate, but me personally, I feel like if you just shut your brain off and just try not to think about the bad writing or how sometimes the bad acting can be distracting, it's really entertaining if you really turn your brain off and try not to think too much about the writing or the characters or anything. Like it's really entertaining. Like I can honestly turn that. I could go on an episode from season one and watch it all the way through and just feel so entertained by it. Cause I guess that's what we try to do sometimes when we watch bad stuff. We have to pretend like okay, it was just so entertaining that I need to think about all the bad stuff. Okay, let's get to it. Sorry, there are 20 unpopular opinions here, so I hope that I can get all of them in by today. If not, I'll just do half, and that's the thing. I think I might just do 10 and then do the rest in the part 2 video. Alright, so my first unpopular opinion is that Grace and Jack were pointless characters. I honestly feel like, especially Jack, I feel like he was more pointless than Grace. Um, I feel like after like season 1 and 2, like they literally had no real reason to be here on the show, in my opinion. Like especially Grace, like she just stopped being a purpose. Like all she did was just date and have boyfriend drama, and it was just so annoying because it kind of went nowhere. And it was like, y'all don't get her and Jack back together. I'm just gonna be like, get her off of here. So that's just my opinion. Number two, Ricky and Grace should have dated a little bit longer in season 1. I do think that him and Grace were really cute, and I do like the build to them. It was like really cute, like good girl meets brooding bad boy with some wounds. And I think they would have had, if it wasn't for him and Adrian's toxic relationship, I feel like him and Grace would have had lasted a little bit longer in season 1. I'll say I would have loved they would have lasted to the very last episode when Amy gave birth to John. Um, Number three, Ricky and Adrian were so toxic. I honestly think that they're one of the most toxic couples I've ever seen on TV. I would say they're like up there with Damon and Elena. Like Damon and Elena is number one, and they're like easily number two, in my opinion. They're toxic as hell. That whole relationship was just so dumb. Number four, Amy and Ben had no chemistry, and the relationship made no sense. I could not, when I first watched the show for the first time when I was like in middle school, and then rewatching it now, it's just crazy how Ben and Amy, they just fell for each other so incredibly fast, and it made no sense. But I'm thinking like, okay, this is realistic in some way because me being in high school, I've seen people only known each other for like one day and just automatically date, like they're automatically official after only knowing each other that one day. And I really feel like you cannot just date someone after only knowing them for a week. At least in my opinion, I don't think you should date someone after only knowing them for a week. I think you should at least give like at least 3 months before you even make it official. Like y'all should talk for 3 months, talk on the phone, texting, going out and hanging out, going out to dinners. You could probably meet his family members. You could probably meet her family members, or you could meet his. You could meet his, or you could meet hers, and you could meet hers. You get what I'm saying? But like, I just feel like to just be with someone after a week of dating is just so ridiculous because it just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's that. Number five, all the parents in the show were terrible. All the parents in the show were literally the worst parents I've ever seen on TV. All the parents literally had no point to being here. Like they all didn't know how to mind their business. They weren't good at giving advice. They wanted to be just like all up in their teenagers' business. A little bit way too much if you ask me. Like I feel like that's just kind of weird how you all up your children's ass crack every time of the day. Like I get it. Like but they weren't strict parents though. They were just nosy. Like they just wanted to know everything, and it was just weird to me. That's just how I feel. Um, Coming number six, season five sucks ass. This season was terrible. I cannot give you five things I liked about season five. This was such a terrible season. I've never seen. That's it. Season five was just bad. Amy and Ricky broke up. That's season five for you in a nutshell. Um, Season four was the last good season. Like, okay, I will give you this. The first half of season four was incredibly written, so good. That second half could have been a little bit better. It's just the drama died down, which I'm fine with. The drama died down. People, it was more lovey-dovey. But I feel like if they would have had, if they wanted it to be a good finale, they could have ended on season four. Like you could, Amy and Ricky get engaged. You could have done something like a time jump where they were married and everything. I just feel like that. I don't know. Season four was good. Number eight, Ben and Adrian made no sense together. I'm not going in depth with this. It just literally made no sense. Kind of like I feel like Ben is such a hopeless romantic that he kind of goes at it the complete wrong way. Like he honestly thinks that every girl he's with is like easily the one, or like he like it's not that he falls in love incredibly quick without even knowing someone that long. Like I don't understand. Like he fell in love with Amy the first day they met. Dude, you need to sit down. He fell in love with Adrian like what 2 weeks, and he proposed to her. Like that's ridiculous. Ben, you need to sit down, seriously. And the fact that his dad supports him getting married at such a young age when he got all these other responsibilities like school and exams and graduation and college things like that. You need to know you shouldn't be getting married because your girlfriend's pregnant. You have other things too. I understand y'all have a child, but don't get married to her because that's what she's expecting. Don't do that. Don't trap yourself into something if you know it won't last. Don't get married for the wrong reasons. Amy had the worst friends ever on television. They were terrible. Lauren and Madison were terrible friends. I don't care what nobody says. They were nosy, fake, man. Number 10, this show had way too many characters. I feel like it was so many characters at one time that it got totally distracting because that's when it just became such a big filler fest. Like every character had a storyline and I just was not feeling that. But anyway, there you go. My top 10 unpopular opinions for the Secret Life of the American Teenager. I do have a second half coming soon, so look out for that. And I think that this week, if I can get to it, because I have prom is next week, guys. I'm going to prom, yay! Um, I'm gonna try to get the other part two for the OC versus Gossip Girl. So thank you so much for listening to this.